Hi and hello, Rays fans, and welcome to this presentation of Rays Baseball, Game 2 of a 3-game set here in Toronto against the Blue Jays. Rays taking the first game of this series, improved to 40-34. The Blue Jays coming in a game above 500 at 37-36. The starting pitcher tonight for the Blue Jays is Trent Thornton. On the year, he is 2-9 with a 5.57 ERA. In his last start, he had a 9-2 victory versus the Seattle Mariners on June 11th. In that contest, he went 7 1/3 innings pitched, gave up 9 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 2, and struck out 3. The first Ray that he will face here tonight is Austin Meadows. Meadows batting .244 in the year, 9 home runs, 28 runs batted in. And the first pitch to Meadows is taken low for ball 1. So the lineup in its entirety that Trent Thornton will face tonight. Leading off, the designated hitter Austin Meadows. Batting second, the second baseman Brandon Lau. Batting third, the shortstop Willie Adames. Batting cleanup and right, it's Hunter Renfroe. Batting fifth, the first baseman Ji-Man Choi. Batting sixth, the center fielder Kevin Kiermaier. Batting seventh, the left fielder Jose Martinez. Batting eighth, the third baseman Joey Wendell. Batting ninth and catching Mike Zunino. The 1-1 to Meadows. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Meadows led off last night's contest as well. Takes a pitch inside there, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he gets Meadows to chase low and away for the strikeout to open the game. Meadows goes down on strikes, and now it'll be Brandon Lau with 1 out, and the base is empty. Meadows with a couple of swing and strikes there on that at-bat. Saw some pitches, but couldn't do anything with them. Now it's Brandon Lau at the plate. Another lefty on righty matchup. Brandon Lau with a 9-game hitting streak, batting .248 on the year. He's really come into his own. Batting here in the top of the order. The 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Trent Thornton getting some swinging strikes here early. He looks good. The Blue Jay starter last night taking the loss. They got about 6 innings out of him. And there's another strikeout. Got Brandon Lau to wave and miss. And now 2 strikeouts to open the game for the Blue Jays. Thornton. And now with 2 outs and the bases empty, it will be the shortstop, Willie Adames. Adames batting .237 on the year. He hits righties well, though, for a right-handed batter. So Kevin Cash having him at the plate here in the first inning. Now the 0-1. Swung on and missed on a pitch well inside. Thornton easily fooling these Rays hitters here. He looks sharp. The 0-2. And that one is going to be lifted foul. Really the first time today that a Rays batter has made solid contact with a baseball thrown by Trent Thornton. And now another 0-2. And that one is going to be foul right about at the same spot. And the count will stay 0-2. Adames takes a pitch high. That fastball in there at 94. Now the count of ball, 2 strikes. That one's put weakly on the ground, picked up by the shortstop Bichette. His throw to first is going to be in time to Travis Shaw to record the out. So the Rays go down in order 1-2-3 in the first. Tyler Glasnow on the bump when we come back. The starting pitcher tonight for the Rays, it's Tyler Glasnow. On the year, he is 1-7 with a 5.48 ERA. In his last start, he had a 1-0 no decision versus the Boston Red Sox on June 11th. In that game, he went 5 1/3 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, no earned runs, walked 2, and struck out 4. The man leading off for the Blue Jays is the DH Rowdy Tellez, a lefty on righty matchup to open the contest for Glasnow. And the first pitch to him is taken inside, ball 1. The lineup for the Blue Jays that Glasnow will face tonight in its entirety, leading off the designated hitter, Rowdy Tellez. Batting second, the second baseman, Cavan Biggio. Batting third, the shortstop, Beau Bichette. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Randall Grichuk. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Travis Shaw. Batting seventh and catching, Reese McGuire. Batting eighth in center field, Billy McKinney. Batting ninth and playing third base, Brandon Drury. A lineup similar to what Ryan Yarbrough faced last night. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. still out of the lineup for Toronto. Tellez takes a pitch inside, and it's 2-1. Glasnow in the mid-90s for his fastball to open the contest. Tellez takes another pitch inside, and it's 3-1 to the leadoff man. Tellez, Biggio, and Bichette here. The men Glasnow will face here in the first. The 3-1. Swung on and missed. Got him with a curveball high in the zone. Took about 10 miles an hour off of that pitch. Now he's got a full count. Here's the payoff. Inside, ball four. Glasnow working inside to the leadoff man, Tellez. Tellez smartly taking some pitches, and he's worked himself a leadoff walk. Now it's the second baseman, Cavan Biggio. Biggio batting .253 on the year. Man on first, no outs. Another righty on lefty matchup here. First pitch to him is taken high, strike one. 96 miles an hour. Glasnow known for working the high fastball. He's gone to a lot of off-speed stuff inside to these lefties. Don't know if that was maybe Mike Zunino's plan. We'll see as the game continues. Glasnow goes low and away there at 98 to get the swing and a miss. So it looks like maybe Zunino's putting down some more fastballs to compare to what he did with Rowdy Tellez. We'll see. The 0-2 coming up to Biggio. Glasnow sets and winds. That one's low, blocked in the dirt. The runner's going to stay at first. And the throw by Zunino is off. Gets all the way into right field. And the runner is going to be able to advance safely to second base. It's going to be an E2 charged to Zunino. And that puts Tellez in scoring position here. Mike Zunino tried to throw back to first to maybe throw out Tellez. It got above the glove of G-Man Choi and rolled all the way into right field. Hunter Renfroe's throw to second, not in time for the putout. So Tellez gets a base free of charge, and they're going to ring up Biggio. He strikes out looking. That fastball at 97. So Glasnow picking up his first strikeout there. And a crucial first out of this inning. And now it'll be Beau Bichette, a man with a 9-game hitting streak. He's batting .293 on the year. Man on second with one out. Takes the fastball high, 97. Glasnow coming out early, throwing heat. The Rays really with such a versatile starting rotation. You have guys like Ryan Yarbrough that throw high 80s, low 90s, things of that sort. And you have guys like Tyler Glasnow that can throw high 90s right out of the gate. They match up well against anybody. The 1-1 to Bichette. Swung on and missed. The curveball. After the full count walk of Tellez to lead off the game, it looks like Glasnow has really found his spot. Working the fastball well and some timely off speed. Now the 1-2 to Bichette. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the count. An easy take for Bichette. Now he's leveled the count. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 2 of the inning. Got him with a curveball there. Couple swings and misses in that at-bat for Bichette on that pitch. And now with 2 outs, it's the cleanup man, Teoscar Hernandez. You see the splits there. He hits much better against lefties than righties. In fact, only a .201 average against righties. So favorable matchup here for Tyler Glasnow with Tellez at second base and 2 outs. Tie game here in the first. The first pitch to Hernandez is just outside for ball 1. 99 there on the fastball. Top of the second inning for the Rays. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Hunter Renfroe, Ji-Man Choi, and Kevin Kiermaier. The 1-0 pitch. And that's in there for strike one. Caught the inside part of the plate. A couple takes for Hernandez, and it's a 1-1 count. 18 pitches so far thrown by Glasnow. And now the 1-1. Outside. Hernandez checks his swing, it looks like, but it doesn't make a difference as it found the strike zone. Now the count even at 2-2. And Glasnow a strike away from getting out of this inning. Here's the pitch. And it's taken outside. Can't get Hernandez with the off-speed stuff on a full count. You'd anticipate Glasnow to give him the heater. We'll see what Zunino puts down. Glasnow likes the sign. And here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him with the curveball. Low and away. Glasnow picking up 3 strikeouts after a leadoff walk for a scoreless first inning. It's the cleanup man, Hunter Renfroe, to lead off this second inning for the Rays. Renfroe with a 2-run homer in the first inning of yesterday's contest put him at 20 in the year. The Rays slugger, no doubt, such a valuable pickup from San Diego. He takes that first pitch from Thornton away for ball 1. Fastball down the middle. Now the count even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. And that one is a called strike 2. So Renfroe with 3 takes has yet to bring the bat off the shoulder. Takes that one outside, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thornton working quickly here. And that one is going to get through for a base hit. A leadoff single to get this second inning started for Hunter Renfroe. His hitting ways continue, and it's the first hit of the day for the Rays. Up next is the first baseman, Ji-Man Choi. Choi, 229 on the year. And the runner's going to go, a swing and a miss, and the throw is in time. The catcher, Reese McGuire, throw to Biggio at second is in time. Renfroe with a stolen base attempt. He's thrown out. That will erase the leadoff single. And now there's 1 out here in the second. That one taken a bit inside for ball 1. Rays going aggressive here early. They get their first hit and try and steal a base to get it to move the man over. Could not execute it though. And that one is going to get through for another base hit. Back-to-back singles here to open this second inning, and now the Rays put another man on. Now it's another lefty. This Kevin Kiermaier, he's 243 on the year. The first pitch to him is taken away for ball 1. The 2019 Gold Glove Award winner at center field. He's a premier player defensively. An inconsistent bat. Batting around 250 here in mid-June. Kiermaier takes another pitch outside, and it's 2-0. Ji-Man Choi standing at first, 1 out. Rays with 2 hits so far in the inning. A big cut and a miss there for Kiermaier on 2-0. Now it's 2 balls and a strike. The home plate umpire said Kiermaier went around. So now the count leveled at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Kiermaier. He goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Third strikeout for Trent Thornton on the evening. And that'll be Jose Martinez with a man on and 2 outs. Martinez batting .239 on the year. Was in the leadoff spot yesterday. He takes that first pitch inside for ball 1. In the bottom of this inning for the Blue Jays, it'll be Randall Grichuk, Travis Shaw, and Reese McGuire. All to face Tyler Glasnow. The 1-0. Fouled away. Not a lot of foul balls so far in about 30 pitches. A lot of takes. And a lot of swings and misses here for the Rays. As that one is popped up, chased by the center fielder Mckinney, and now the left fielder Hernandez, who makes a running catch to end the inning. So the Rays get a couple of singles here, but can't do anything with them. As we head to the bottom of the second, we are tied at 0. So the right fielder Randall Grichuk to start this inning for the Blue Jays. Grichuk .273 on the year. It's Grichuk, Shaw, and McGuire. That first pitch taken inside, ball 1. Grichuk in his career versus Glasnow, just 2 for 13. Taylor Glasnow, after giving up a leadoff walk, struck out the next 3. Started moving more to the fastball, but some timely off-speed stuff as well. Here's the 2-0 to Grichuk, and that one just outside. 3-0 now the count to the man leading off the inning. The 3-0, and that one's low, ball 4. So now another leadoff walk issued by Glasnow, this time to Randall Grichuk. And now it's the first baseman, Travis Shaw, to get his first try at the Rays starter. Shaw batting .222 on the year. A man on, nobody out. That first pitch taken, strike 1. Blue Jays once again stacking the lefties against a right-handed starter. A swing and a miss, and now it's 0-2. Glasnow looking for the put-away pitch. Here's the 0-2. And that one is lifted by Shaw. The right fielder, Renfro's going to watch it go into the seats and right. It's a 2-run homer for Travis Shaw to give the Blue Jays an early 2-0 lead. First hit of the day for the Blue Jays, and they make it count. Travis Shaw in an 0-2 count. Glasnow looking for the put-away, but lays one right where Shaw wants it. A hot shot off the bat, 113 miles an hour. That one was a no-doubter. Into the second deck in this pitcher's park. Projected distance to 427 feet. And now just like that, the Blue Jays take an early lead. Now the base is clear and still nobody out. It's the catcher, Reese McGuire. He's batting .239 on the year. Glasnow has not had a great season so far. In 14 starts, a 1-7 record. And an ERA at about 5.5. Definitely not talent-wise, but statistically the weak link in the starting rotation. Gives up a long ball here in the early goings. A leadoff walk and then a home run. Now the 3-0. And that one ball 4. The second walk of the inning for Glasnow. As pitching coach Kyle Schneider is going to try and come out and calm him down. Glasnow is becoming a bit unraveled here in the second inning. Now with still nobody out, it's the center fielder Billy McKinney. McKinney's batting .248 on the season. The first pitch to him. High ball one. That pitch finding the strike zone at 90 miles an hour. The count even now at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Taken again. This one for strike two. So Glasnow putting the off speed in the zone. Taken for strikes. Another take for McKinney, now 2-2. With already 3 walks, Glasnow's really just pitching against himself. The Blue Jays know just to take pitches. Glasnow may be a little wary of doing so, after one of his pitches was absolutely crushed by Shaw. But that one is going to ring up McKinney for Glasnow's 4th strikeout and the first out of this inning. Hopefully a sign for things to come, as now it's the 9-man hitter, the third baseman Brandon Drury. Drury's .223 on the season. The 0-1. Taken high for ball one. More balls than strikes thrown for Glasnow. Not sure if that's by design or not. Some of these pitches just look like they're getting away from him. And the Blue Jays more than content to take them. That one put on the ground, picked up by Brandon Lau. This one could be 2. It is. So it goes 6-4-3, an inning-ending double play. The Blue Jays take a lead in this inning thanks to a 2-run homer by Travis Shaw. It's the third baseman, Joey Wendell, to lead off this inning. He had a couple of hits yesterday. He's batting .230 on the season. It's Wendell, Zunino, and again Meadows to come to the plate against Thornton here in the third. Two balls, no strikes. The count to Wendell. And he pops that one up. The center fielder McKinney comes in and makes the catch for out number 1. And with 1 out, that'll bring up Mike Zunino, the catcher. Is batting .268 on the year. He's been red hot the last handful of games. Looks like he's completely rehabbed that thumb injury he suffered in early April. Would be great to get a power bat like him going in this lineup. One ball, no strikes. The count to Zunino. Here's the pitch. And that one is fouled. Down the right field line. A big cut and a miss there from Zunino. And now 1-2. Thornton looking to put Zunino away. The catcher sets up inside. And a cut and a miss. Thornton picks up strikeout number 4. This one of Zunino. And he's now made his way completely through the Rays' order without giving up a run. 2 hits, but that's it. And now we return to the top of the order with 2 outs. And the base is clear for Austin Meadows, a strikeout victim of Thornton, to lead off the game, as that one is grounded to the first baseman Shaw, but foul. Meadows is 1 for 4 here in the series. The bottom of this inning for the Blue Jays, they return to the top of the order. It's Tellez, Biggio, and Bichette. That one's a high fly ball chased by the left fielder Hernandez, who makes a running catch on the track to retire the side. The Rays go down in order here in the third. 1, 2, 3. Top of the order for the Jays when we return. The first man to the plate here in the third for Toronto, it's Rowdy Tellez. Tellez walked in his first plate appearance. If you recall, on an error by Zunino, he was able to advance to second with nobody out, and Glasnow struck out the next 3. The first pitch of Tellez is taken inside for ball 1. 2-0 ball game here. That was thanks to a 2-run homer by Travis Shaw in the second. It was a leadoff walk to Grichuk, and then Shaw brought them both home. And with the Rays offense, it's been mainly stagnant so far here tonight. That could be the difference. 3 balls, no strikes to the count is the count to Tellez. He's seen Glasnow's pitches well here tonight. Here's the 3-0. And taking strike 1. And they're at 98. The velocity certainly not the question for Glasnow. No, it's the control. The Blue Jays have also been rather patient on his off-speed stuff, as that one is fouled away and will bring the count full. So Glasnow scratching and clawing his way back into this count. Here's the payoff to Tellez. And that one's put on the ground, and it's going to get through the gap for a base hit. A leadoff walk to open the game, and now a leadoff single for Rowdy Tellez, as that puts a man on. Of course, with nobody out for Cavan Biggio, a strikeout victim in the first. 48 pitches for Glasnow through 2+. Don't anticipate him having a lengthy outing here, as he would be in line for his 8th loss. The B bullpen is fresh. The only relievers the Rays used last night to line up the win, it was Castillo, Alvarado, and Anderson. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Second time Biggio struck out against Glasnow tonight. That's the 5th K in the scorebook for Glasnow here. And now with 1 out, it's the shortstop Beau Bichette. Also a strikeout victim of Glasnow already. Righty on righty matchup. The first pitch is low, blocked in dirt. It's going to get away from Zunino, and the throw to second is not in time. Once again, after getting to first base, Tellez will reach second free of charge. Zunino getting down for the block, but he can't get it. It's a wild pitch, though, so that'll be charged to Tyler Glasnow. Now the Blue Jays put another man in scoring position, a 1-0 count here to Bichette. That one outside, 2-0. A strike called. 2 balls and 1 strike. Man on second, 1 out. And that one put on the ground, picked up by Brandon Lau. He'll go to first, and he'll get the out there. Rowdy Tellez able to advance to third, but it's with 2 outs. So they're going to need a hit out of Teoscar Hernandez if they have any dreams of driving in a run here. Nice play defensively by Brandon Lau. Teoscar Hernandez 0 for 5 in this series, but that was a run batted in on the fielder's choice in yesterday's game. The Rays 4-3 against the Blue Jays this year. There was a sweep of the Rays in St. Pete. And a sweep of the Jays here in Toronto the last time these two teams met. As that one is put up in the air, but it's right into the glove of Jose Martinez, front number 3. So leadoff single for Rowdy Tellez, but the Blue Jays can't bring him around. We're now through 3. Toronto leads 2-0. It's Brandon Lowe to lead off this 4th inning for the Rays. He's 0 for 1 tonight here with a strikeout. It's Brandon Lowe, Willy Adames, and Hunter Renfroe. That one in there for strike 1. That one fouled away, and now quickly 0-2. Another foul ball. Thornton looking for the put away. And there it is. Got him with the high pitch on the off speed. 80 miles an hour. The changeup fooled Brandon Lowe. Get a look at the replay there. Was way early on the pitch. And he goes down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. Strikeout number 5 for Thornton. Now with 1 out, it's the shortstop Adames. He grounded out to short in his first at-bat. They're going to do a little better here. The Rays have 2 hits, both singles. Couldn't do anything with them. One of them involved Renfroe being thrown out on a stolen base attempt. The Blue Jays also with 2 hits, but they made them count. The first being a 2-run homer. That's been the difference so far here tonight. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. And that one is lifted up, and he drops it. The right fielder, Grichuk, can't keep it in his glove. We'll see the official score decision. As far as we know, that's going to be a hit. That was certainly not a routine play in right for Grichuk. A diving attempt, but can't keep it in the leather. It's now 1 out single for Adames. And that brings up the cleanup man, Renfroe, who singled his first time up. Maybe a good chance for the Rays to piece something together. We'll have to see. No balls to strike. The count to Renfroe. The pitch is low. Renfroe able to check his swing, and it's 1-1. An easy take for Renfroe, well outside, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. And that was put on the ground, and it's going to get through for a base hit. Back-to-back singles. Adames is headed for third. The throw is not in time. Adames aggressive on the base path. Goes from first to third on a single. And now runners at the corners with only 1 out. Here in the 4th. 2 singles already for Renfroe. He's 2 for 2. The cleanup man is coming through in this series once again. And now it's Ji-Man Choi with runners at the corners. He's 1 for 1 with a single as well. Whenever the Rays need a hit, it seems like it's always Ji-Man Choi that can come through. 10 home runs, 27 runs batted in. A sacrifice fly would cut the Jays' lead in half. Anything but a weak ground ball would do the trick here. You know, that's what Trent Thornton is looking for. Of course, a double play would end the inning. And a race what the Rays have built here in the 4th. The 2-0 to Choi. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Another kind of change-up curve at the top of the zone at around 80 miles an hour. That's a pitch Thornton has had some success with here so far tonight. Given up 4 hits so far, but striking out 5. He's yet to walk a man. Now the 2-1. And they're going to say it looks like Choi went around there as well. That pitch just a hair low, and Choi not able to put the barrel on it, and it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Probably for the better, as a pitch like that low usually results in a weak ground ball. The Rays can't afford to have 2 turned on them. The 2-2 pitch. And they're going to ring up Choi. That pitch looked like it was awfully low below the zone. Choi letting the home up hear about it. Teague strikes out looking. That one well below the knees as we look at the replay. And that's good for out number 2 here in the inning. Choi can't come through, and now it's on the shoulders of Kiermaier. He's a strikeout victim himself, 0 for 1 here. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Rays down a couple here in the 4th. That was Thornton's 6th strikeout. A questionable call that we'll probably come back to if this game stays the way it is, and that one is they're going to get the force there of Renfroe. So Kiermaier grounds out to end the inning. The Rays get runners on the corners with only 1 out. Can't bring anyone around. It's still 2-0 Toronto. Taylor Glasnow comes back out. They start a 4th inning. He'll face the middle of the order, Randall Grichuk, Travis Shaw, and Reese McGuire. Randall Grichuk, in his first plate appearance, walked against Glasnow. Came across to score in the 2-run blast. The Rays bullpen is moving, though. Brendan McKay and Trevor Richards. A couple of bulk relievers. You could probably have Glasnow finish the lineup a second time through, which would be another 5 batters. So hopefully maybe another inning and change before you move to the pen. But Kevin Cash may just want him to be done after 4. We'll see. That part of the bullpen is certainly fresh. They can get bulk innings if they need them. Especially if the Rays are going to be in a deficit. They had a chance to at least cut the lead in half, but they couldn't come through. A questionable strikeout call of Choi, and then a ground out for Kiermaier. Glasnow needs to make some good pitches to keep the Rays in this one. And that one is unloaded by Grichuk. Another no-doubter. 3-0 Blue Jays. That solo shot for Grichuk is the 16th of the season. The Blue Jays have been all over Glasnow here so far. Third hit of the night for Toronto. 2nd home run. They've made their hits count as they take their 3-0 lead. And now everything I said about trying to get Glasnow through another inning or so all of a sudden goes out the window. Another home run into the 2nd deck. If you're Kevin Cash, you might want to think about telling those relievers in the pen to finish their warm-ups. Only 62 pitches for Glasnow, but he's having trouble getting out. The 1-0. That one's inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Travis Shaw is .222 on the year. His one hit tonight was a 2-run shot to get the scoring started for the Blue Jays. They've since added on, as you've just seen. And that one is slapped right over to the first baseman, Ji-Man Cho, and it's caught for out number 1. So a line out to first for Shaw. And now with 1 out, it will be the catcher, Reese McGuire, walked in his first time up. A good chance at the bottom of the order for Glasnow, hopefully to get some outs. The Rays, when we go back to the top of the 5th, they're going to be the bottom part of their order, the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Jose Martinez, Wendell, and Zunino. So maybe the 5th, not the chance for them to get those runs back, but hopefully sooner than later. All 3 of those players recorded an out in their first at bat against Thornton. And that one is going to get through for a base hit. He hit right into the shift, but Brandon Lau not able to get to the baseball in time. Looks like it'll be a 1-out single for McGuire. And now it's Billy McKinney with a man on and 1 out. 4th hit for Toronto. That one taken for strike 1. McKinney 0 for 4 here in the series. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled away down the right field line. No balls, 2 strikes the count. McKinney's put himself in a hole here in a hurry. The pitch. Low, blocked in the dirt, and that one is going to get away from Zunino. The runner advances to second. That's the 3rd time tonight that that's happened. 2 wild pitches for Glasnow and an error for Zunino. This backstop pairing has not been great here tonight. Battering mates, as it were. The 1-2 now to McKinney, and he strikes out for the 2nd out of the inning. Now with 2 outs and a man on second, it's the 3rd baseman Brandon Drury. He grounded into a double play in his first time up. For what it's worth, that was the 6th strikeout for Taylor Glasnow. Probably one of his last, as we don't anticipate him going much further than his 4th inning. He's given up 3 runs, a couple of homers. He's walked 3 as well. 74 pitches now, so even if they wanted to keep him in longer, his pitch count has gotten to the point where it's hard to do so. I certainly would not let him face Rowdy Tellez again. So this will probably be Glasnow's last batter, whether he gets an out or not. As they have a lefty and a righty warming up in the pen, McKay and Richards. They have options here for both innings. The Rays are just going to have to get going offensively sooner than later. The 2-1 is put on the ground right to the 2nd baseman, Brandon Lau. He'll flip it over to Choi at first to record the out. So Randall Grichuk gets this inning started with a solo blast. That's it. Through 4, it is a 3-0 Blue Jays lead. It's Jose Martinez to get this 5th inning started for the Rays. He's 0 for 1, a fly out to left in the 2nd. Trent Thornton coming back out to start a 5th. That was his 60th pitch. He's given up 4 hits, striking out 6. He's yet to walk anybody. And that one is put in the air, and it's going to fall right in front of the right fielder, Grichuk, for a leadoff single. Martinez is 1st of the night and 5th for the Rays. Believe it or not, the Rays now more hits than Toronto. But Toronto with 3 more runs. It's now Joy Wendell at the plate. He bites at that first pitch, fouls it away. Zunino 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Jose Martinez sitting at first, nobody out. It's Mike Zunino next. And then after that, we'll go back to the top of the order. That one's going to be a ground ball weakly. They're going to get the force of Martinez and go to first for the double play. So that erases the leadoff single. And now it's Mike Zunino with 2 outs and the base is clear. 0 for 1 with the strikeout is the catcher tonight. Not necessarily his fault, but he's had a rough game behind the plate. And I'm not sure you can blame him for the way he's called this game. Glasnow has been a bit erratic. We expect a new pitcher to come out when we go to the bottom of the 5th. But of course, we'll have to see. This would be a textbook example of Kevin Cash not wanting the opposing team to see the starting pitcher a third way through. Swing and a miss for Zunino, and it's 1-2. It's Rowdy Tellez, Kevon Biggio, and Beau Bichette all up due in the 5th for the Blue Jays. The 1-2 pitch, high, Easy take in there, and it's 2-2. And that one's put on the ground, picked up by the shortstop Bichette. He'll go over to first to retire this side. So the Rays get a leadoff single, erased by a double play. That's it for them. Headed to the bottom of the fifth. They are still down 3. And it will be a new pitcher for the Rays. It's Brendan McKay. In 28 appearances, a .370 ERA, a 5-3 record. Tyler Glasnow's day is done after 4 innings pitched. He gave up 3 earned runs, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 3 walks. He is in line now for the loss. So the Rays are going to need some bulk innings here out of McKay. Maybe 2. 3 might be a stretch, but we'll see. You got guys like Oliver Drake, Peter Fairbanks, Chaz Rowe, some guys you can get innings out of. Top of the order, the third time through for Toronto, Tellez, Biggio, Bichette. Tellez is having a good game, a walk and a single. The 1-1. That one's put straight up in the air. A couple of infielders charging, and it's going to be Joey Wendell coming in from third to squeeze the first out. So a good start there for Brendan McKay. As Tellez flies out to third. Now it's Kevon Biggio. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. You see Colin Poche and Peter Fairbanks already warming, so maybe just a one-inning appearance for McKay. That one taking strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. And that one is going to get hit against the shift. Roll all the way down to the wall. Looks like it's going to be a 1-out double. And it is. Biggio's going to stay put at second. So after 2 strikeouts, Biggio gets on the board there with a double. That's his 9th of the year. And out the runner in scoring position, it's the shortstop, Beau Bichette. He's 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout and a grounder. The first pitch to him, well inside for ball 1. Bichette, 145 in the year with runners in scoring position. A cut and a miss on a pitch in the same spot. Levels the count at 1-1. A big cut and a miss, and now 1-2. Zunino giving him the vote of confidence. You like to see the catcher assuring his battering mate like that. McKay looking for the put away. The 1-2. Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Biggio getting a good lead at second. A base hit would score a run. And that one's going to be a ground ball. Adames goes to first and will easily get the out there. That's out number 2 of the inning. Biggio stays at second. And now it's the cleanup man, Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch is inside. McKay working inside of these right-handed hitters. Mixed results. Hernandez 212 on the year with runners in scoring position. And that one will put it on the ground in the same spot. Adames, another play over to first. That one a little closer, but gets the out. So McKay gives up a double, but that's it. We're through 5. Blue Jays lead 3-0. Top of the order here in the 6th for the Rays. It's Austin Meadows to get things started. He'll be followed by Brandon Lau and Willie Adames. Trent Thornton comes on to start a 6th inning at 68 pitches. We'll probably see a couple more innings of him. A righty on lefty matchup here. That first pitch fouled away. Another foul ball. Now quickly 0-2. Meadows takes the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. And Meadows goes down looking. Change up in there at 80 miles an hour. And that's good for the first out of the inning. 7th strikeout for Thornton. The Rays with the best ERA in the American League. Not necessarily indicative of what's going on tonight. With Glasnow going 4 innings of 3-run ball. In line for his 8th loss of the season. That would make him 1-8 on the year. After his 15th start, that one is right to the shortstop Bichette, who goes over to shot first for out number 2. This top of the order has really not been productive like Cash had hoped. Both Meadows and Lau are now 0 for 3. And it's now Adames who's 1 for 2. A single for him in the 4th inning. He bats with the bases empty and 2 outs. Of course, one swing of the bat is not going to get you back into this thing. It's going to take stringing some base hits together, which the Rays have not really been able to do. They did it just about once so far tonight. They had runners at the corners with 1 out and came away empty. Thornton twirling a shutout here so far. The Blue Jays have had 2 pitchers go complete game against the Rays. Chase Anderson, who we'll see tomorrow, and also Hyunjin Ryu. It's Snell versus Chase Anderson tomorrow in the series finale. If this result holds, it'll be a rubber match, as these 2 teams are really fighting for the 3rd spot in the American League East. The Rays at 40 and 34, the Blue Jays at 37 and 36. The payoff to Adames is outside for ball 4, so he will walk with 2 outs. Reaches base for the 2nd time here tonight, and it'll put a man on for the cleanup man, who's 2 for 2, Hunter Renfroe. First walk issued by Trent Thornton tonight. Maybe a potential for a 2-out rally here. If Renfroe can put a good charge into it, it would be a 1-run game. As Dave Wills always says on the radio, you know, a bloop and a blast can get you back in this thing, as that one's going to be a weak grounder. The shortstop Bichette, who gets the force of Adames at second base. And that will end things. So a walk for Adames. That's all the Rays have to show for the 6th inning as we head to the bottom of the 6th when we come back. It's Randall Grichuk to lead off this 6th. Brendan McKay comes back out. Grichuk is 1 for 1 with a solo shot, and he also has worked a walk. Those both came against Glasnow. Brendan McKay comes back out in the 6th, presumably to face Grichuk, Shaw, and McGuire. We'll see. Would be nice to get a full 2 scoreless out of McKay. The 1-1 here to Grichuk. Fouled away. The 1-2 pitch. Just a hair outside. That one is going to get through for a base hit. G-Man Choi shifted to the left side of the infield, and that's going to be a leadoff double for Grichuk. Boy, is he having himself a night. A home run and now a double. His 11th two-bagger of the year. Second hit allowed by Brendan McKay, sixth for Toronto here tonight. And now with a man in scoring position and nobody out, it's Travis Shaw. He's already hit a two-run homer here tonight. That got the scoring started in the second. That was really the defining moment of tonight's start for Tyler Glasnow, as we mentioned, in line for the loss. Travis Shaw, 174 in the year with runners in scoring position. The Rays put up 3 runs in the first inning of yesterday's contest, but was really silent the next 8 innings. Really now at this point, they have gone the last 14 innings without scoring a run. Blue Jays pitching has held them down. The 2-0, fouled away. And the 2-1 from McKay. And that one's taken strike 2. That one taken outside, and now the count to Shaw is now full to payoff. Swung on and missed. Brendan McKay picks up a strikeout there, his first of the outing, and that's a crucial first out here of Shaw. And now it's the catcher, Reese McGuire. He's 1 for 1. He's hit a single and has worked a walk. Man on second with 1 out. It's Randall Grichuk there in scoring position. Blue Jays lead here 3-0, bottom of the 6th. Rays just 9 outs left to work with. Brendan McKay trying to hold the Jays lead to just 3. Now the 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2. In the top of the 7th for the Rays, middle part of the order, G-Man Choi, Kevin Kiermaier, Jose Martinez. 2 hits between the 3 men. 1 for Choi, 1 for Martinez. And we expect Trent Thornton to come out to start that 7th inning. He's had a quality start, any way you slice it. Giving up 5 hits, that's maybe the 1 knock against him. But he's kept the Rays from coming across to score. That's what matters. McKay finds a strike zone on 3-0 there against McGuire. So now 3 balls a strike is the count. This next pitch will be his 30th. The 3-1. And just foul. That foul ball brings the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. And that one is lifted up in the air, chased by the right fielder, Renfroe, and he's there in front of the warning track to squeeze the second out of the inning. Grichuk will stay at second base. And now it's the center fielder, Billy McKinney. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Another lefty-on-lefty matchup. I think that's why you want Brendan McKay out here in the 6th. He's faced all lefties here, save for Grichuk. McKinney, though, to his credit, he's 324 in the year with runners in scoring position. He's got Grichuk standing at second with 2 outs. A cut and a miss there makes it 1-1. This pitch from McKay. McKinney steps back to avoid getting hit by it. Now it's 2-1. A foul ball chopped back to the backstop, and now the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. McKay just 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. And it's a weak ground ball right to the second baseman. Lau flips it quickly over to first to record the out. So in this inning, Brendan McKay gives up a double, but that's it. Keeps them from coming around to score. We're through 6. Toronto leads 3-0. It's G-Man Choi to lead off this inning for the Rays. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the second inning. Trent Thornton comes out to start this inning, but the Blue Jays have a couple of men warming up in the pen, including Ken Giles. He's recorded a couple saves against the Rays this year. Now the 0-1 to Choi. High count even now at a ball and a strike. Choi, Kiermaier, Martinez. The men presumably to face Thornton here in the 7th. The 1-1 pitch. And that one is popped up. And it's out of here. A solo shot for Choi is his 11th of the season. That one was close, but they say it got out. He's cut the Blue Jays lead to just 2, and that gets the Rays on the board. Just got to look at the replay there. It's about as close of a home run as you can get. Sneaks right behind the foul pole. Really right there in the line. And the Blue Jays look like they're going to make a pitching change after that home run. That was Thornton's 6th hit allowed. Either that or they're just... No, they do get the ball from him, so his day is done. In 6+ innings pitched, he gives up an earned run, 6 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. The last batter he faced was that home run, and now it's Thomas Panono, who we saw last night. In 20 appearances, he has a .394 ERA. For the record, Trent Thornton is in line for the win, but we hope that will change. It's Kevin Kiermaier, bases empty, no outs. The Rays now down 2 after that solo shot by Choi. Kiermaier, not a great game. A strikeout in the 2nd and a fielder's choice in the 4th that ended the inning. That one high to Kiermaier, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Panono got Toronto through a couple innings scoreless last night. So maybe the Rays have that advantage on him. They've seen him before, and maybe the arm a bit tired. That one is lifted up and chased by the left fielder Teoscar Hernandez, who makes a running catch in fair territory for out number 1. So Kiermaier flies out. He's now 0 for 3. And with 1 out, bases clear, it's Jose Martinez. 1 for 2, a single in the 5th. That Choi home run was certainly a jolt of energy, but we hope the Rays can keep it going, as that one is lifted up, but right into the glove of the right fielder Grichuk. So a couple of fly balls in the outfield. And now with 2 outs and the bases empty, it is Joey Wendell. He's 0 for 2. Fly out to center and grounded into a double play. A couple of righties warming up in the pen for Toronto. We expect the Rays to make a pitching move in the bottom of this inning, moving off of Brendan McKay, who's already given the Rays a couple of innings scoreless. Wendell takes that first pitch for strike 1. In the bottom of the 7th for the Blue Jays, they look to extend their lead. It's Brandon Drury, Rowdy Tellez, and Cavan Biggio. No balls, 2 strikes is the count to Wendell. Panono is a strike away from getting out of this inning. He's worked quickly here. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball 1. Now the 1-2. and they appeal. They say he didn't go. So Wendell stays alive. He's even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now this pitch, fouled away. And a cut and a miss. He got him there on the off speed. Wendell goes down swinging. He's 0 for 3. The Rays get a run back on a solo shot by Choi, but that's it. 7th inning stretch time. It's a 3-1 ball game. Leading off this inning for the Blue Jays, it's the 9-hole hitter, Brandon Drury. Drury 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of groundouts. Drury to Les Biggio to face Brendan McKay, who comes back out to start a 3rd inning. The righty Drury here, but the next 2 are lefties, so I guess I gotta understand it from that perspective. Maybe trying to save the rest of the bullpen as well. McKay, used to being a starter, he can really give you some bulk innings here. You might as well get your money's worth. Rays with 6 outs left. They have 2 runs left to get. At least they got on the board. That one right into the glove of Renfroe for out number 1. A fly out to right for Drury, and now it's Rowdy Tellez, the leadoff man, as we go back to the top of the Blue Jays order a 4th time through. Tellez is 1 for 2, a single, and he's also worked a walk. 40th pitch upcoming for McKay. I know he's used to being a starter. It's just a little strange to see that from a reliever pitching his 3rd inning. And he's looked pretty good, giving up a couple of hits and picked up a strikeout. The Rays enter this contest 6 games above 500, 40 and 34. They're 3rd place in the American League East, just a hair behind Boston, and 6.5 games back of 1st place. That would be the New York Yankees at 46 and 27. They have a series going against the American League Central leader Twins, so hopefully the Rays can maybe make up some ground there. We're only in mid-June. A lot of games left to be played. But the quicker the Rays can make that ground up, the better. A big cut and a miss for Tellez, and it's 2-2. That's what happened last season. Those 2 teams were neck and neck in the blink of an eye. The Yankees had separated themselves, I believe, had gotten to like 10 games ahead, and at that point in the season, the Rays couldn't make it up. Of course, they snagged the 2nd wild card spot, win the wild card game, and then they host the series. But that's not necessarily the most conventional way to go about it. Of course, you want to win the division. The payoff to Tellez. Low ball 4. That one got away from McKay. It's his 1st walk issued. 2nd, actually, for Tellez. And now it's Cavan Biggio, who's 1 for 3. A couple of strikeouts, but then doubled in the 5th. That came against McKay. So McKay's actually going through some of this order a 2nd time through. Not necessarily ideal for a reliever. The 0-1. Inside, and it's a ball and a strike. A big cut and a miss, and now 1-2. And then on 1 out. The pitch fouled away. And a cut and a miss. Another strikeout for McKay. That's number 2 and the 2nd out of the inning. Now it'll be the shortstop Beau Bichette He's 0 for 3, a strikeout and a couple of grounders. Righty to last inning at first. And that one is hit foul. In the top of the 8th, for the Rays, they finish out the order. It'll be Zunino and then go back to the top for Meadows and Lau. Of course, neither of those players have recorded a hit tonight. But at the very least, we'll see Renfroe and Choi again. That would be in the 9th if everyone was to go down in order. Rays with a couple of runs to tie it up. The 1-2. And they're going to ring him up. Strike 3 called. McKay picks up 3 strikeouts in this inning. Gets through a third scoreless. At the end of 7, the Blue Jays are up 3-1. Pitching change for the Blue Jays. It's Ken Giles in 23 appearances. A 2-1 record, a 2.31 ERA. They've moved him out of the closer spot. But he's still a high leverage reliever. Of course, that's what you would expect to see in the 8th inning of a 3-1 game. And it'll be Mike Zunino to get this thing started. Zunino is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to short. That first pitch taken, strike 1, a fastball at 97. The 0-1. Outside. Count even at a ball and a strike. 23,000 plus in attendance here, similar to last night. The Toronto faithful crowding the Rogers Center for their Blue Jays that are in the thick of things. After last night's loss, they're just a game above 500. They're 9 games back of first place. This series will likely decide who will stay in third in the division for a while. The Rays right there from taking second from Boston. Now the 2-2 to Zunino. Foul. Hit well off the bat. Giles working mostly fastballs. Zunino's the guy you can get with a timely off-speed pitch. That's what you would expect in this spot. And there it is. Zunino goes down swinging. 86 miles an hour on that pitch. He fooled the catcher. Zunino now 0 for 3 tonight. The crafty Giles picking up his first strikeout. And now has got the Rays down to their final 5 outs. The Rays go back to the top of their order now for Meadows. 0 for 3, couple strikeouts, fly out to left. That first pitch high at 99 miles an hour. Austin Meadows not doing so hot in the leadoff spot the last couple of nights. Probably see him towards the bottom of the lineup tomorrow in the finale. He takes that one well inside, and it's 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Taking strike 1. Meadows takes the pitch low, and now 3 balls to strike. Brandon Lau getting loose on deck. They have not been great tonight. But the top of the order is where you'd expect the Rays to make a run if they are going to make one. The 3-1 to Meadows is swung on and missed to bring the count full. At 85, Giles has been working well with the off-speed. We'll see what he goes to here in a full count. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Goes to the heater at 98. Meadows couldn't catch up to it. Second strikeout for Giles. He's been on fire here this inning. And now with 2 outs and the bases empty, it is Brandon Lau. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, ground out to short. Takes that off speed for strike 1. He's 1 for 7 this series. A lone hit was a double in game 1. Now the 0-1 pitch. That one is popped up. It's the right fielder Grichuk coming in to get it. And he does. Out number 3. The Rays go down in order here in the 8th. Down to their final 3 outs. 2 runs left to get.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Pitching move for the Rays is Peter Fairbanks. 23 appearances, a .494 ERA. He replaces Brendan McKay, who got the Rays through 3 innings scoreless. It's Teoscar Hernandez to lead off this inning. He's 0 for 3 tonight. It's Hernandez, Grichuk, and Shaw all to face the righty Fairbanks. A cut and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Fairbanks coming out with a high fastball at 97. Here's the 0-2. And he got him to chase outside. What an at-bat worked by Fairbanks. And he gets the leadoff man there to strike out. And now with 1 out, it will be Randall Grichuk. 2 for 2, home run, double, and a walk. Probably the player of the game, if not Travis Shaw, who Fairbanks will also see in this inning. In the series, Grichuk is 3 for 6. 2 runs batted in. The 1-0 pitch, outside, 2-0. The lefty Bichette, the righty Castillo getting loose. Of course, the only reason they would have to have a pitcher is if it was at least tied, so it makes sense to have some more high-leverage relievers ready to go. The 2-0. High, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0. In there for strike 1. That one fouled away. It was well outside, but Grichuk wanted a piece of it. Count's now full. At 3 balls and 2 strikes. Righty on righty matchup, the payoff. Fouled again. Not sure if Giles would come out for the 9th or not. I don't know who the Blue Jays' traditional closer would be. But Giles looked great. Grichuk strikes out there for out number 2. Fairbanks looks good here in this outing. And now it'll be Travis Shaw. He's 1 for 3. That 2-run homer in the 2nd. That after that Troy home run could end up making the difference. The 0-1, and it's well inside, gets away from Zunino, but it's no matter as there's no men on base. The count is now just even at 1-1. And that one got away from Fairbanks again. I don't know if he's just throwing junk to Travis Shaw on purpose or not. I don't know. Fairbanks has looked sharp so far in this inning. The 2-1. And he throws inside to him again. It's 3-1. The catcher, McGuire, waiting on deck. And that one is going to be put into fair territory, rolling all the way down the left field line against the shift. It took the left fielder Martinez a while to get to it, and it'll be A 2-out double for Travis Shaw. He's had himself a nice game here. First hit allowed by Fairbanks. That'll keep the inning alive here for Reese McGuire. McGuire 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Hopefully Fairbanks can put McGuire away and keep the Jays at just 3 runs. In the top of the 9th, last call for the Rays. It's Willie Adames, Hunter Renfroe, and Ji-Man Choi. Probably the best 3 hitters in the lineup tonight. So if there's a chance to get those 2 runs, it would be now. Adames with a single and a walk. Renfroe with 2 singles. Choi with a single and a home run. And that was put on the ground, picked up by the shortstop, Adames, who goes quickly to first to get the out and retire the side. So Fairbanks gives up a double, but keeps him from coming around to score. Final chance for the Rays. They're down 2. Blue Jays go to the closer. It's Justin Miller. 23 games. He's 19 for 20 in save opportunities. A 2.38 ERA. A guy that effective is certainly not what you want to see. Righty on righty matchup here to open it up. Home crowd on their feet. That first pitch to Adames, and there for strike 1. As we said, it's Adames, Renfroe, and Choi. Willie Adames is 1 for 2, a single in the 4th, and a walk in the 6th. Takes that one, and it's 1-1. For a guy like Justin Miller, the Rays have not seen much this year. It would be beneficial, not just for Adames, but for the rest of these hitters, to just take some pitches and get a look at the guy. Renfroe and Choi, both sluggers. They can get the ball out of the park. And that one is going to be right to the second baseman. Biggio flips to first and gets Adames in time for the first out of the inning. And now with 1 out, it's the cleanup man, Hunter Renfroe. He's 2 for 3, a couple of singles. He's 3 for 7 in the series. A 2-run homer in game 1. That first pitch in there for strike 1. Pitch well outside, and the count even at now a ball and a strike. A big wave and a miss. Strike 2. Justin Miller here looking for the put-away pitch. The 1-2. Got him! Renfroe goes down swinging on the off-speed in there at 86, and Justin Miller has the Rays down to their final out. Righty on lefty matchup here. Ji-Man Choi 2 for 3, a single in the 2nd, a solo shot in the 7th. That is the Rays' lone run here tonight. 2 for 8 here in the series. That home run, 2 runs batted in, represents the Rays' final out. It would be Kevin Kiermaier next, so a couple of lefties who Justin Miller has yet to face. The Rays look silly here against the Blue Jays closer. Toronto looking to even the series up at 1 game apiece and for a series finale rubber match. It would be Snell versus Chase Anderson. The 1-1 pitch. It drops into the strike zone for strike 2. That's a deceptive pitch. Got Choi there. Dropped into the strike zone at the last second. Now the Rays down to their final strike. The 1-2 to Choi. And he got him to swing. So Justin Miller picks up the save. The Blue Jays win by a score of 3-1. It's Tyler Glass now taking the loss. He drops to 1-8 on the year. The Rays as a team drop to 40-35. The Blue Jays advance to 38-36. Rubber match series finale tomorrow. Blake Snell For Chase Anderson, as always, we will see you tomorrow.